Hello, beloved. Welcome. This will be your message from the divine. This will be your message from the divine. I'm grateful for your time and I thank you so much for joining me. To those keen or interested, I do offer personal readings. If you want to book me for a personal reading, you'll find my email listed in my description box below. Without further ado, let us tap into this energy. Reading, let us tap into this message here. So someone is dying. I'm smelling a corpse. I'm seeing a prophetic vision of a coffin. We have the Knight of Inspiration in the reverse here. So with this Knight of Inspiration in the reverse energy, whoever this person is has a very sick spirit, okay? They have a very sick spirit. Whatever they house in their body, whatever they house in their mind, whatever they house in their heart, someone's purely sick, okay? This person, when they became sick, they left earth, and not by way of physical unalived energy. You know, they didn't pass on or pass away. It's not death. It's a place where only they know, okay? So you're dealing with an energy of a person that is a witch. You know, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. In the medieval times, the witches were hung by the throat, severed by the esophagus, killed, because they're an abomination. Things that just don't need to be here. With that being said, this is this person here, whatever this is. So with that being said, further, whatever this person has done over time by way of witchcraft, what they see with their eyes is not what the other person sees. So another analogy, reference point, case study, and example, I'm seeing a prophetic vision of a movie that I've been continuously led to watch. In this movie, there's this ripple effect that's at play where there is a family at a carnival, and when they're there, they're at a different time. It's in a different era. And then there's another family that's there in the present time. So they're in two different timelines, living two different realities, but in the same place. So coming back to the generalization of this message, that's the person that you're dealing with here. Wherever they are is somewhere where no one else is, because of whatever they swallowed with this witchcraft, whatever they buried, burnt, incantated, chantings, offerings, sacrifices, burials, graveyard, dirt, all that, everything. It took them somewhere, and they lost their mind. They lost their literal mind. It opened a door. It's like they being looked at by the door, and it's just wide open, and it stares at them in the face every day, because that's what they live. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Ace of Voices here. So if hypothetically speaking, someone were to enter this person's abomination or retarded body, you'd see them living in a completely different time. Not by way of how they process information, thoughts, and emotions. No, literally, something took them back in time. Another prophetic vision that I'm seeing, an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. There's this film that I watched that I hold very dearly to my heart, so I won't reveal it. But I did once upon a time, if you know, I just don't want to anymore. But yeah, so in that film, there's this woman, you know, who's a harbinger of death. It's called a banshee. So where her gift led her was a time that no one else existed in. She found herself in the same environment that she's always in, just not with the same people, because something took her. It's like being in the 1900s, but like you have to live like you're here, but you see things like they were in the 1900s. Buildings, trees, even the air they breathe. Like someone, whatever they swallowed or spoke or whatever this is, like someone's not here. And it's not that they're not present in the mind because like, oh, there's this clinical issue. No. They knew exactly what they were doing. But what happened was something bigger than them. This person's living in a timeline that no one is in, an atmosphere that no one is in. It's like breathing air that is of a different time, seeing things that are not there. That's what the insane part is, or the crazy part is, that they have to coexist with the fact that they're not even here because of something they did and someone wants revenge. This is about a dead man or a dead woman because they used someone's graveyard dirt. It's not even about you. It never has been. Whatever someone was trying to do to you with witchcraft, voodoo, black magic, whatever this is, it has nothing to do with you by way of consequences and the fact that who cares? Literally, like, who cares? Because now they went digging. They were told by whatever practitioner this is to go to an empty graveyard that seems abandoned and not taken care of. That means that person has no one. And they thought of that as a weak point or weakness, technique or method. Just take that and then bind that. Not knowing who was laying there. Why? Why there's no one that goes there? This person feels very disrespected, very angry, very. And ever since then, they've been followed by that person. So they went back in time to that person's time of living. They took their graveyard dirt, they went back in time to that person's timeline. They breathing their air and atmosphere. So when it happened, they looked at it as like they figured something out, like they right where they should be. We have the emperor, but no. No. Just a clown, like you a loser. disrespectful, you sick, and you freaking weird. Everything needs respect here. If they were thriving and flourishing in their intentions of taking over whatever you have by way of whatever they were using, then they must really think there's something, isn't it? They looked in the mirror and said, oh, I'm going to do something to that person because of what I want for myself here. Then they must really think there's really something, isn't it? Like you woke up and said, I'm going to cast spells on that person and make sure they're in bondage with darkness that I said it. I want this to happen to them. Are you... Over time, it rained, Ace of Cups, on that same dirt. But it wasn't the rainwater. It was the tears of the corpse that wasn't even resting in peace in the first place. So already, that energy was not okay. Like, it's sick. If you take a look at the perspective of graveyards in this time, you go there, you bury your family or your friends or whatever, and then what? You visit them, you put flowers there and everything, and you cry and you weep and all that, you grieve and everything. But there's people that actually go there and they drunk and they piss on the grave. They make out there and kiss and uck, you know what I'm saying? They be ucking there. And they park their vehicles and they play this loud music there. Some even litter. But that's most of the population. That's what people do. So already, even those resting are disturbed. So this sicko, rising from whatever hell, saying, oh, this is what I need to make this person's life a living hell. I'm going to go to that person and use them as a slave because they're not resting in peace. Like, what the actual... That's literally... Man. What man? What the hell? So imagine that energy. Like now, you've been abandoned in every way. And there comes this thing, sick, and says, oh, work for me. What? Oh, do this. This is what I want you to go to their life and do that. See, this is why you are hung. Because you make no sense. You are literally nothing here. So you are meant to be possessed by whatever spirit this is, and this person, they set their intentions. Don't forget, like when they went there, they purposely did that. So already they were possessed by that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done. Go back, and then there's that involved. I'm gonna tie this and burn this and bury this. On top of that, I'm gonna chant this and offer this and spill this. You're not even there. Do you understand how crazy that is? Like, you are, in that moment, you are summoning a psychiatric ward. How are you going somewhere, speaking death over someone's name that's not even there, and you using your bodily fluids with another person that you don't even know. It's not about, oh, beloved, sorry it happened to you. What are they doing? What is that? And the fact that that's just crazy, isn't it? So when it rains, it pours. We have the devil in the reverse here. What they further did, they went to be the stalker that goes behind the scenes and monitors you if you're okay. Like, be for real. They monitoring you if you're okay. Scary times we live in. We have the page of inspiration, the page of wands. Expecting good news, like you're sick in the mind all of a sudden. There's problem with your physical health all of a sudden. These emotional traumas keep coming up all of a sudden, or experiences. And this is just what keeps happening to you. Well, aren't they God? I'm just going to be speaking this. I said it. Said what? Get this person a rope. Then go hang yourself by the esophagus. You speak too much. What is wrong with you? Beloved, what is wrong with these people? So this spirit of this person that's unrest waited to see, like, so I must go do that. For you. And as it waited, it played along, like, okay. The spirit of this person roamed in this person's energy, and they loved it because they felt like they're getting somewhere until this happened. And they went back in time. An analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Picture unaliving somebody or having someone killed, doing it yourself, and then you end up living with the energy of their death. And now it hovers over you like a dark cloud or a curse. And whatever they died for about your feelings doesn't mean you're not cursed. Because whatever spirit this is, it wants revenge. It wants this person to stop even thinking about you. Because it knows it's not about you. It's like, what are you doing here? Man, die. they monitoring you. Like, oh, I'm gonna sit back and monitor their health. Do you know how like scary that is? That things like this exist? Not like the darkness. I'm talking about this thing of a person. You retarded. You're sick. And you're nothing. It's not even about the Most High. It's about what are you doing? And then they got carried away when they now started to believe, like, oh, it's happening. Like, wow, look at me summoning these energies, and I feel it, I see it, and it's like here. And then they started to be concerned, like, but why is it here? Because I know what I put in the soil, or in the air, or in the fire, or in the water. Right? Seven of materials, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, I know what I manifested, what I'm trying to attract, what I'm doing. But this spirit is hungry. Because it watched as this person literally made the effort to continuously disturb it. Already it was not okay. It was not about just taking that soul and wanting it to work for you. It was about the fact that this person went above and beyond to ensure that the spirit is disturbed. Yeah, it must be. Like, you have no choice, you're already dead anyway. Bring back the law of hanging these things, man. So at first they thought they were dreaming, like maybe like a nightmare, or like they just woke up in the wrong dream state, or maybe their potion was not concocted in the right cauldron, and it just spilled wrong in their blood vessels, and it just did something different. That's not what it was about. How dare you do that? You disturbing the dead? You don't even know where you go when you die. And you want the dead to work for you? The fact that you were the one that had to carry this, not your life is okay. Like, you, even if it wasn't, like, this thing, what is your business, honey? What does that have to do with you? Even if you were to lay in the hospital and not be capable of it, what does that have to do with them? At all. Now they seeing it's not a dream. Because now when they have to be outside with people and they're looking, the only thing anchoring them to their supposed sanity is the routine of living that involves people that they usually know. Like, they know this person, and this person is keeping them anchored, like, oh, like I'm here, like I'm not, like, you know, alone Like I'm still here, even though when we go to this location, I see something completely different. Like literally. Timeline jumping. It's not because they have a magic wand of some sort. There's a spirit that wants revenge. This spirit took this person. So whether they wake up and whatever, you must go through, like, what are you talking about? Don't you have a contract with a dead soul? Aren't you already dead? Isn't death in you already? Even if you're alive, as you as well, beloved. So there's a ripple effect. We already live it. The power of the tongue. It's not written for aesthetic purposes or for your entertainment, to say it because you want people to look at you as some faith believer. When you die and your ancestors look at you and what you've done, because they lived and died too, they don't care about your feelings. Even you, beloved, you know your ancestors don't care about your feelings. They do what they do. It's nothing to do with you. That's why you are placed to be who you are, outside of your opinion. I didn't choose this. This spirit had a family. It had a life. Just because it was abandoned, it doesn't mean it didn't live. It's like taking a wounded person and telling them to go wound someone else. It's a personal vendetta that the spirit feels towards this person. Like, so you want me to go hurt someone, not knowing what I've been through, and utilizing that, you using my pain to wound another person, even binding them, tying and burning and off. Like, what in the world? And then you say you sacrifice for what? So you can sit and say, yeah, you did that. So the spirits must abide to your feelings. The same spirits that rule over the trees that are bigger than you and the food you eat. The same God that breathes wrath on you because you're an abomination. You want that same energy to work for you? You realize with people like this, or whatever this is, that you really, beloved, should stop caring. Don't get angry, don't get mad, don't get anything. How are you mad at this thing? Like, you should be praying for them. Sending them on their way to their rope and they hang Babylon. And whatever. Just send them packing. This spirit is waiting for this person to finish up with you and whatever illusion they're living in. At this time, what this person wants to do is act clinically insane to get your attention, so that they enter your energy to get something from you, to attach to everything they've done, so that it falls on you because they're realizing what they've done. Again, associating you with something that you don't even exist in. It's like taking something that isn't meant to be there and putting it there and expecting it to do something that it's placed there to do, when that's not even its position. And thank God. There's a higher force at play despite this spirit that they're using. And that's God. For all these witches. Because you're polluting our air. Just die already. You're not gonna wake up and be like, oh my goodness, there's a sicko on the loose. Because they're peeing in the soil and calling this dead corpse to work. Like, that's actually clinically insane. You'd be insane for doing that. This person is gonna try and make your life a living hell as a way out. They're gonna pull out all the stuff. They're gonna act crazy, quote unquote act. Anyway, retard. They're gonna do whatever it takes, clown, loser, poser, straight jacket. They're gonna do whatever it takes so they can get something, an item, an object, a conversation, even association. Oh, you connected to that person? I'm gonna be friends with them. And whatever it is that they wore that day when they, like, someone is not well, man. Delusional. Making things up because they really want something to be a specific way. A lot of people want things, doesn't mean they meant for them. You're not built for that. You checked out. Like, you need to go and seek help. They need a priest. They need an exorcism. In hell. They need to just burn. Because whoever this is, they had it coming. So don't ever take whatever witchcraft this is personal, or voodoo or black magic. I don't care what lengths they went. It never is personal. You should be concerned about humanity. That's all. Like, what is going on with y'all? What air you breathing that I'm not? Where are you that I'm not? Because already us living in two different realities is already a ripple effect on its own. We can be living in the same house and experiencing two different things. That's what life is. Already we're not in the same place, like by nature. Like whoever this is went back in time. They tried to take... They drank something, they burned something, they buried something, they spoke something, chanted over it, sacrificed themselves. Because now they have to go, when they pass on, it's not them passing on. They're going to be tethered, tied and connected to what they've done here. It's going to stare them in the face all the days of their whatever this is. They even paid to get this done. Like you see, when now that involves that, it's like now they're indebted to the spirit, and not by finances, their souls. They're in a soul contract. So whatever they're going to try and do, this is just a warning message or confirmation message. Take it out, resonates how it applies to a world, life, and reality here. To just stop caring. Just pray for them and be concerned about humanity. Because the fact that they're trying to tie you to this alone, that's actually bonkers. Frankly nuts. Insane. Crazy. Why do you think they hung them? The government was actually quite frazzled. They were turned upside down because they were afraid that they were going to be contagious and spread like poison. There would be troops of communities coming together to hang the witches as a ceremony to cleanse their towns. Like, get out of here. What are you anyway? Like, for real, where do they come from? It's like a doppelganger. An analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. It's like a copycat, a mimic, a clone, a duplicate. How are you living your life actively in whatever teeny tiny brain as someone else? Whether you know them or not, how are you waking up and saying, I'm that person? Like, that's another breed that needs to be hung by the esophagus, by the throat. The government was literally frazzled. They'd sit and literally come together, and they'd be police searching for witches, trying to get rid of them. Ever heard of Salem? The Salem witches? Have you noticed what happened to those people? They were hung, burned at stake, and it was celebrated. And you know what happened to the air after that? It was cleansed. This was your message from the divine. I'm grateful for your time. This was your message from the divine. I'm grateful for your time, and I thank you so much for joining me, beloved. To those keen or interested, I do offer personal readings. If you want to book me for a personal reading, you'll find my email listed in my description box below. Once again, I'm grateful for your time. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.